All right. We're going to talk about diastasis recti in babies and toddlers. And we're going to give you some general information. We get a lot of questions about this because once we start working with moms and they recognize diastasis, they sometimes will see it in their baby or their toddler and they become alarmed or concerned. And it's easy to overreact, and it's also easy to be dismissed by the medical field and underreact. And we want to help you find a middle ground, all right? So diastasis recti is something that everybody is born with. There's actually a stretching, a separation of your abdominal wall when you're in the womb to allow the umbilical cord to come through your tummy or the baby's tummy to the placenta. And so that separation is there to allow that cord through. Now, when we cut the cord and it gets knotted off by the doctor, and then it retracts, it gradually retracts into the body. And what should happen is that right and left side of the abdominal wall should close up. Now, there are certain conditions that might cause extra pressure out on the abdominal wall that at the same time when it should be closing up, that keeps it from closing. So some examples in newborns and babies would be respiratory stuff. If they were having a hard time breathing and they were really straining their breath, if they're crying, colicky babies, a lot of tensing up. If they're having some digestive issues, constipation or gas, they're having a reaction to something in the formula or something in your breast milk, and they really have a bloated tummy that's pushing out. If they have, if they're bearing down and straining to have bowel movements, that's pushing out. So there's also some other conditions like low tone or muscle tone, different things that can create this pushing out when things should have been closing. And then what happens is our body's really adaptable. And if your abdominal wall doesn't close at the time or when it's supposed to, sometimes our body adapts to that and starts saying, okay, we're going to live with the muscles here and we're going to use that straining as the way we poop now, as the way we cough now, as the way we try to roll over and crib. We're going to push out. And they start compensating and it doesn't close. And it should be closing, but it's not closing because now they're using strategies of straining or overusing an arm or a leg or something else that's pushing out when those muscles should come in and help them roll, should come in and help them poop, should come in and help them scream really loud, right? Instead, they're tensing up and going out, all right? So I would say in general, it should heal up in the first couple of months, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer than that, but it should start getting better, not worse. If it's not getting better, then we might want to look at ways that you, as the parent, could help it get better. There are some things you could do to help your kiddo close that diastasis so it doesn't become an ongoing problem and it doesn't turn into an umbilical hernia. We'll talk about those other strategies next.